Okay guys, we have a new game from Qxc4 Mlxit against Atalik Sweat, and the topic is going to be defense, how to defend the position, act, the fortress and so on. Okay, so Melik set is going, or shortly Melik is going, he's playing his favorite opening, Grunfeld, and he plays this a lot. And here he takes castle, and this looks really nice for white. He has a full center here, but black has the way to counter-attack that, to crush that center a little bit. So bishop knight a6, preparing c5, and now goes c5. So if he would have taken, he would not have a center, and probably we can win this pawn by playing bishop e6 and so on. So he takes, so he plays instead d5, and now e6. We cannot allow this center to be this strong in here. Takes, and now the main move is bishop f5, but Melik did not want to go into the theoretical lines because his opponent was really good opening theoretician, or he was very versed in theory, opening theory, so he went for b5. And the idea is that he is going to win this pawn, central pawn for the b5 pawn. He's going to have these split pawns, but the compensation is that he has this really strong bishop, and also this line is open for this rook, so he is going for activity over some structural defects. And now bishop g5, takes, and bishop queen b6. So queen b6 he played knowing that he's gonna lose the exchange here, but he thought that he can defend this position because he can force the queen to take here, and then his pawns are gonna be together, and this bishop is strong. As I said, this rook is gonna be active here when he takes with AB. So he did not wanted to play f6 or bishop f6, so that's why he went for that. And now the important move is knight c7 to force this exchange. Takes, that's all cool. And now rook b1, a to b1, attacking this pawn. So Melik took here, bishop d3. Of course he cannot take because we can take here, and then if he tries this move, then we go the rook back and protect all that. Probably the better move was to attack the rook, but he plays this, And now b5, protecting this pawn, because if he takes, then we play, let me show that, then we play bishop f5, attack this rook that is defending the pawn. And if he tries this, then he's gonna lose the rook. That's why he cannot take this pawn. He played this move. He's preparing to give a check and pick up this bishop. For example, if we play c4 here, he can just take, and after takes, check, and he's probably gonna win. That's why bishop g4. Computer is saying that it's a mistake, but here on analysis it's a past move, so computer is mistaken. Now takes, and he took on c3. So this king now have this square attacking the rook. So rook is going back and forth. He's not, of course, afraid, and he would like white to repeat the moves, and that it would be a draw. So that's why if white wants to play for a win, he has to play king f1. And now black saw a nice tactical shot, takes, and bishop d4. Now this pawn cannot be defended. Rook b7, takes, and knight e6. So when I was analyzing, I thought probably you cannot take this pawn, because after king goes here, then white is threatening to take this and then take the rook, and also threatening this knight. But it turns out that actually after this move we can take the bishop. Queen rook h4, attacking the pawn. And now Malik could have played something like rook f5, but he would lose this pawn, and probably it's a draw, but white can maybe make this here a passed pawn, and so Malik did not want that to happen. That's why he played knight f4. So if he takes, of course, we give a this check and pick up a rook, and now these pawns would be split. And if he takes here, we're gonna take here, and we are happy. That's why white tried this, the best try. And now also we have nice tactical shot here, check, and it looks like we're gonna lose something, but we have rook f4, takes, knight goes to here, and we are trying to create a fortress. Knight is holding this pawn, and king can safely go here. Now in a lot of positions h5 is good to gain some more space and not allow maybe black to go here and block this pawn. And now here it is hard for this is also instructive how to defend this. Here you don't want to spoil anything, you just dance around with the knight. He cannot take because we have this check. And also when I was analyzing, I thought probably you should not push those pawns, but actually it's a good idea because you want to exchange these pawns for these pawns. Then maybe you can even go for a win, but even if all the pawns disappear from the board, you have rook versus the knight, and that's a draw. You just have to know the technique. Knight 4, activating the king. So white maybe should even be careful here. Maybe black king is getting too active, and these pawns can be dangerous. And here Atalik Suat said I want to draw, and they agreed to a draw. So here we learned that you should play active defense, and at the end try to create a fortress, and not be afraid to maybe give up an exchange, because if you don't give up an exchange, probably you're gonna have really bad position, really passive position, and there is from passive position you can pretty easily lose. So I hope you learned something from this game. See you in the next one.